Greetings, humans. I'm Andy,
And I'm George.
and welcome back to the Windmill full of horses.
Okay, so this band is Shepherd.
I remember a time you said that before.
So this song is about a shepherd. Yes, with a fairly irregular definition for he, because it shepherds words. And the song is the flowing current of slicing kitchen utensils.
You know, I think most people, when they hear River of Knives, will think about the actual metaphor and that it probably represents something like, I don't know, a lot of violence or some war scene or whatever. But I too just pictures knives flowing down a river. And I don't mean down a river of water. I just mean knives flowing down.
Yes.
And about the worm thing you were thinking about earlier, I know what worms people would generally think of, but I recently watched Doom.
So,
yeah, so I think that's gotta be a pretty fierce shepherd.
I think you can make a river out of just one worm.
Yeah.
Although the river is of knives, not of worms.
I mean, that worm looked like it had knives in his mouth. A lot of them.
I really strongly believe that we should stop talking.
Yeah, me too. But okay, I'm not entirely sure if this is the case, but given that I've seen this suggested under stuff like Archspire or Spawn of Possession or whatever, I would assume that we're in for some thing. And if that's the case, I'm hyped. And if it's not the case, I think I'm still hyped, because another reason why I'm expecting death is because this is Unique Leader, and Unique Leader always melts our faces. So, without further ado, are you ready?
No. Okay, this is Epic Death and Doom.
Epic Death and Doom.
Why was it a Doom vibe?
I was thinking it's more like tech-like. Or math-like.
Yeah, but it's got the slower pace and the kind of tragic feeling to it, which made me think Doom, the genre, not the game.
I'm really confused. I feel like I should have feely feels, but no feely feels would match this.
That's actually accurate because it's really kind of otherworldly and evil. So it makes you feel stuff, but it's stuff that you don't want to feel, so you don't feel them.
Maybe or maybe not. It's so weird because the drums and a lot of the riffage and stuff that's going on is super precise and mechanical, but the overall mixing and like vibe and the aura and the orchestrals are more of what you'd expect from like raw black metal. So it's taking these words that aren't exactly compatible and makes them work somehow.
Okay, I don't really see that much raw black metal, but I see raw. So we have raw in common. Yeah, it's kind of constant. It's not that dynamic, which I think works for the kind of anthem atmosphere that it builds in the chorus. And the dudes' faces are very much CJ McCreery in Immortal by Lorna Shore.
Yeah, I didn't think particularly about CJ McCreery, but I did think they have this kind of evil kind of persona, and like especially how he rolls his eyes backwards. But another thing that really hits me is like if you look at Lorna Shore's Immortal, it's everything so brutal. You see them tense, you see all that stuff, and these guys, while doing these faces and having this sort of ritualistic expression, they just feel like they're chill.
Yeah,
they're like John Petrucci playing guitar. It's kind of like yeah, I'm doing this really creepy pentagram-inducing, goat-destroying, ritualistic, evil demon and invoking thing, but it's just kind of like meh, you know.
Okay, I can't listen to you anymore. We're gonna go.
Okay. disgusting confusion.
Yeah,
That's what I'm feeling. You can do it.
Okay. Couple of things to notice visually that we definitely must mention when talking about that breakdown and that sound. They were playing in what looked like a church, and there was the skull of a horny creature in there.
You said horny.
I did say horny. I did it on purpose. That breakdown sounded like Lorna Shore and humanity's last breath had an illegitimate child that wanted to play Doom. That's how I describe that breakdown. I don't care if it's accurate. That's how I feel it.
So basically now I don't get to tell you why you're wrong.
Well, you get to. I just won't listen to you because I'll be putting my ribs back together instead.
Okay, well then you guys will listen to me. So I actually did think Lorna Shore as well when the kind of really oinky, spewy kind of stuff pre-breakdown started happening. But when it hit, it was exactly what I said, disgusted confusion. Because yes, it's like the whole sound is boxed within the same flatness of the production. So that breakdown was like they were trying to tear a black hole into it, but it was resisting. So it went lower and lower, and the pedals went faster and faster. And in terms of what they were doing, it got more brutal with every layer of kind of filth that they were adding. But the production was still keeping it all contained in that same track, and I was like, I feel like they're trying to break down, but also they're not allowed to. It was so weird. It's the first breakdown of like really like this really brutal low black hole inducing effect we're seeing on this channel that I'm actually unsure of whether they actually want me to go into it, kind of. It's so strange.
Okay.
I don't know if you got that feeling.
I did, and I like that you said black hole because that kind of implies this sort of static effect to it. Like we could tell listening that it had an evolution to it, because the blast beats kept getting faster and everything kept getting lower. But at the same time, it's like this compressing feeling, it's like the blast beats are getting faster because they're trying to cram more stuff together. And it's just dense and dense and dense. And based on how I feel when it's over, okay, talking is hard. Based on how I feel when it's over, that black hole is inside me. It replaced my once pure heart.
That brings a whole new meaning to compression. And I think on that note, we're done here. So if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Of course, yeah.